Hey guys, welcome back to Tidbits and Tea. I woke up really early this morning to do this sketch, and I had to start the recording twice, and it was recording. When I finished, it was gone. It had quit recording and none of it was there. So you guys are going to get the aftermath of the sketch, which is always cool to see how the sketch comes together, because especially one like this one where it's feels to me like a lot of mess and chaos, which it was, but it started with these two people right here. This gentleman here and this woman here. And then it kind of came down a little bit and came out. And if you pull the camera back and come out, you can see this woman with hair coming down on each side. He was the last thing I drew, and all of this is on his heart, which I find interesting. So I'm not 100% sure if it's his energy or this gentleman's energy that I was feeling. But all of this is sitting on his heart. Anyway, it was these two people here. And as I drew, it came down here, and it came directly down into this girl here, which is the same girl. And you can see she's got her hand reached out this way, and she's got a hand this way. But this hand is reaching, and this hand is being pulled. That's one big thing I did notice, and that came out prominently when I was drawing. And again, I wish you could see it because it just came flat out. And I get frustrated sometimes when the video clicks off, but when that happens too, sometimes it just tells me there's more hidden in the picture, or something doesn't need to be seen by everyone. So you'll have to look, do a still shot or a still frame and really kind of gauge it and look through it. And again, I keep finding more and more things to draw in here. But that being said, I started out, my first downloads were jealousy, issues, and fighting. Just jealousy, issues, and fighting. And it really was around these two characters here. I think I just kind of messed up my drawing of this gentleman there. Here he has a big face here. So it was this gentleman and this female, and it just kept coming down, and it was a lot of jealousy and fighting, and I need you, I need you, I need you. Then I got, and you know I'm writing fast when I have trouble with my own writing, waiting for the coward. Someone is waiting for the coward. I'm not sure what that meant, but as I got waiting for the coward, I had started to draw this face, which is the same face of this gentleman here. So maybe the two that were fighting, maybe one of them is the coward. And because of the full length of the picture, I would assume it's this gentleman that he sees as a coward. And I don't know if he's waiting for the coward to walk away and do something stupid, or if he is waiting for the coward to come and fight with him, or if he is waiting for the coward to do something cowardly. Either way, I got waiting for the coward. I got one shot. Someone is extremely nervous. They only have one shot at something, and if they don't make it, then it's over, it's done. And they're extremely nervous. I got globetrotter. Someone's a globetrotter. Someone goes all around the world. Struggle. I don't know if they're struggling with being around the world or if they're struggling with the one shot. Or if everything they're seeing and going through and doing is the struggle itself. One can't live without interaction, without the interaction, without interaction. So someone's not talking to someone, whether it's these two not talking to each other, or this gentleman's not talking with somebody, or this gentleman's not talking with somebody. And again, just to show you the pattern, I started with these two. It came all the way down to this one. It looks like this woman has a decision between two people. And I have a hard time calling it a decision because she's being pulled by one and she's reaching out to another one that's holding on to her. So both gentlemen are holding on to her, but she seems to be reaching to one and not the other. This one here that's pulling her, she seems to be extremely sad. And at one point, I just felt like crying, and the other times it was just kind of complacent. On this side, it looks like she's kind of questioning, and I get a smile, and then I'm not sure, and then a smile, and then I'm not sure. And maybe that is, again, lack of interaction, lack of communication. Maybe it's a struggle to communicate because she's being held or pulled on this side. The next downloads I got, in love, it doesn't know how else to fight. Don't know how else to fight. Spatting, sparring, behavioral patterns is what I kept getting. Different types of behavioral paddings. Somebody's padding something. Are they? I don't know what they'd be padding. That just came out. Padding or patting. They may be patting something to look better, or patting something down. But I did get behavioral patterns and engage. But I didn't get engaged like engagement. It was more like engaging someone or trying to engage someone or making someone engage. And again, that could have been this gentleman wanting this gentleman over here to engage. But I did get engaged. And it did not feel like a wedding engagement. One can't live without interaction, and love, it doesn't know how else to fight. So these two seem to be spatting all the way through here. It was constant looking one way, feeling a different direction. She's looking back at him here. He's looking at her over here. It's just this constant back and forth, and there seem to be other people coming into the mix. Again, I hate not having the full drawing when I was drawing it because you could see one face at a time come up, whereas at the finished product of this one especially, it really looks more jumbled and harder to pick things out from. That being said, while all the fighting is going on, you can see her as she's angry and upset looking back at the situation. She's also looking up at him, which the funny thing is, the interesting thing I should say is, this is the last thing I drew. And I drew this closer towards the mid or the beginning, I'd even say. And she looks frazzled and exhausted and tired, and she was looking into the distance, almost like she was looking for something else, and she was waiting for something else, but there was nothing there. But it was almost like she's holding hope for something. Then, after behavioral patterns, I got getting away, going up to the root, chaos, very overwhelmed. He can't get away. He can't get it together. So maybe somebody had to go away. They had to get away. They had to find their roots. There was too much chaos. They were too overwhelmed. Maybe someone wanted to get away with her, but there was too much happening, too much going on, and they couldn't make it happen. And then I got, she's ripping his heart. She's tearing his heart. She's just breaking his heart. And I don't know which of the gentlemen that is, and it could be both, but I got she's breaking his heart, but he sees it as love. So this gentleman here, the one that she spats with constantly, and this gentleman, which is this gentleman here, and if you can't see that, kind of zoom out and you can see it bigger, but I got so many faces, so much going on, which is why I feel like he's the one in the chaos. He's the one that doesn't know how to love without fighting. He's the one that needs to get away. He needs to find his roots. He needs to get grounded, maybe. Too much chaos. He's too overwhelmed. He can't get things together. He can't get things how he wants things to be. But it seems like it's a constant blame with her and a constant fighting and a constant pattern. And almost like if she's not fighting with him or engaging with him, then she doesn't love him. So it's kind of like that, needing to pick fights to prove your love or to get the attention, almost like a child. Bad attention is better than no attention. Then I got complaining, avoidance, and waiting for rejection. So maybe he hasn't been with her completely. Maybe it's more, maybe he has just been in her life causing some of these issues, kind of like the school bully or the guy that pulls the girl's pigtails, trying to get the attention. And maybe they have been together. When I drew this, it felt comfortable, even though I kept getting fighting. So he was comfortable with the back and forth. He was comfortable with all of it. But somebody was complaining, somebody's avoiding, and he's waiting for rejection. I said ejection. That's interesting. So maybe he's complaining to other people. He's avoiding seeing her because he knows she's just going to reject him if he says anything. Then I got he's trying to be a man. So he's showing immature behavior, yet he's trying to be a man. He's trying to grow up. So maybe he knows she needs more. Maybe she complained about something or some things, and he knows that she needs more. He can't be what he thinks she needs. Maybe he doesn't know. And now as I'm saying that, my male and female cats just started spatting with each other, and the male just smacked the female across the face. And she's just looking at, she didn't retaliate. She's just looking at him like, why'd you do that? So maybe that's it. Maybe he just was, whether it was energetic or physical or verbally, just smacking her around constantly, and she's just getting tired of it. So she's avoiding him. Either way, he's trying to do it different. He's trying to be a man. And if she walks away, if you walk away, I'm going to follow you. If you walk away, I'm going to stalk you. I have pain. And again, while I was getting that, I was drawing all this down here. And he's kind of standing here, and it looks like he's just standing there. But I kept getting like a secret grip. So it's like somebody kind of has their elbow down, pretend to be relaxed, but they have their hand kind of just grabbing gently but firmly. Like, I'm going to pretend and look over here and look away from you like I don't care and avoid you, yet I'm going to keep a tight grip on you and you're not going anywhere. Meanwhile, she's gently pulling away and leaning. You can see her lean towards something different and something new. And now he is attacking the back of her. I know you can hear that. So my male cat is attacking the female. And while this is going on, and here comes the dog to break it up. As you see, the gentleman here, which is this gentleman and this gentleman, you can see him put his hand on this man's shoulder to break it up. That was very significant, and my animals just completely backed me up on that. That was kind of crazy. So we'll call him our loyal dog, and these are the two cats that are constantly spatting, but it's more like he's picking all these fights and she's just trying to get away and trying to avoid it. And he's like, I'm chasing you. I'm going to keep you right where you are. You're not going anywhere. And if you think you're going anywhere, I'm going to stalk you till the end of the day. I got pain and you're going to have to deal with it. I got out of touch. Then I got go ahead and try. So maybe he thinks he's out of touch and he should go ahead and try to keep her because he's saying, you can't do this. I got hysteria. And then like I had a feeling of like a panic attack almost, or chaos. I think he's flipping out that there's a third party involved or someone else involved. I really don't think she's been with either one of these guys, because I think I'm not getting like love, or like not even love. I'm not getting, I didn't get like marriage or kids, and there could be, this could be a full relationship. This could have been a marriage. This could have been just a relationship. It could have been something that should have been a relationship. I mean, there's numerous things it could have been. I didn't get any of that, so if it's your story, you'll know. But I got, he's hysterical. He can't deal with this. He's losing it. And then I got Jezebel. Are you alone tonight? In third party. Maybe a feeling. And when I got that, I was drawing over here. And you see, he's not really looking in her direction. He's holding on to her. But he's looking at this Jezebel. And as I say that, I'm going to pause this. Okay, guys, I'm back. I know for you that wasn't a major break there, but for me it was. As I said, I'm going to pause this. A giant spider, like a really big spider, just crawled across the floor. It was a good size. And I was talking about this third party Jezebel, so maybe she's into spider magic. Maybe there's something about the spider that's significant. Spiders weave webs. I can't talk today. Spiders weave webs. Maybe she is pulling him into her web. And as you look at her, you can see she's angry and upset and irritated. But here she's insecure and paranoid. Maybe she is in hysteria because he's still holding on to her and she's pulling him away. But if you look down here, even his heart is looking at this woman while he's holding on to this woman. And here he's in fear and grief. So maybe she was a confidant, a close friend. Maybe it was someone he was just energetically siphoning. But he's focusing on this third party who's coming in as a Jezebel, calling him up. Hey, are you alone tonight? Hey, what's going on? Third party. Maybe it's a feeling. Maybe we should, explore this. Then I got, he can't control himself. He's getting closer and closer to this girl. And maybe there's alcohol involved, maybe not, I'm not sure, but he can't control himself around the Jezebel. Basically, he gives in. Every time she comes, and I did get something about a flight or something about coming in on a plane. So maybe this girl flies in and disrupts everything and gets his focus and his attention, and he's off to Neverland. Maybe he's a lost boy. I don't know where that came from. It just popped into my head. And then I got a complete break. And this came up. And then I was back over in here, drawing in here. And I got she's a breath of fresh air. And I got this here. And this started drawing. And this girl here. Breathe. She's a breathe. Somebody needs to breathe. She's a breath of fresh air. She's like a breeze of fresh air. And then he noticed her, but she didn't notice him. So maybe this gentleman saw her and noticed her, and she didn't notice him, or he thinks she didn't notice him because she is looking in his direction, and she is looking directly at him. And you see her reaching here, reaching out, and as you see her reaching out, I didn't even see this here. And this is her right side, masculine side. She looks exhausted and tired. This is the shoulder, burdens of the world, the chest on her heart. Maybe she's just worn out from this entire situation. Maybe she truly did love this person, but it was constant fighting and constant bickering and just non-stop, no peace, no breaks. And maybe he never committed. Maybe he did commit and cheated on her. Maybe maybe she found out about the third party. Either way, I mean, you can see down here, she's just She's sad. Her heart is sad. And maybe she did notice him, but knew there was a situation that she can't get out of because someone will not let her get out of. Maybe she did need someone to come in and say, go ahead and try, you're not following her. Maybe that's it. Maybe she did break away many times and he would follow her, hunt her down. And as I'm saying this, my male cat is chasing the female all over the house. And the female is hiding, and he's running and looking for her. And the dog is asleep at this point. So then the cat just scratched the tail and the dog went nuts. So maybe she gets away. He starts flipping out, tracks her down. He figures out that he's tracking her down, and he puts an end to it, or puts a stop to it. So maybe there's this thing going on. Maybe she doesn't even know any of this is going on. Maybe she's just exhausted, tired, has her head down. And if you look here, she's kind of looking at him with a little bit of wonder and surprise, but it may even be wonder as in, do you even notice me? Maybe she thinks he didn't notice her and she noticed him, and he thinks the same thing. Maybe they're mirroring each other's emotions with that. The next thing I got is someone's like a hurricane or a hurricane, and then freedom and liberty. So maybe her life has been like a hurricane and she wanted her freedom and her liberty, or he represents freedom and liberty from the situation. Again, I don't know if it has anything to do with love or not. I think when someone becomes so exhausted, even if it's not purposeful abuse, when somebody is that controlling and overwhelming, it can become abuse. And I think just the freedom or being freed or having liberty from a situation like that brings peace. So maybe she sees him as a freedom fighter. And maybe she doesn't know that that's it. She's just craving the freedom and liberty. Then I got, he sees the little things. She talks too much. And he wakes up at night a lot. So I'm not sure if she talks too much or she talks too much. Or even this woman here who popped up on his other side talks too much. And I didn't get third party when I was drawing this. I got it here. And I mean, it is possible that this gentleman, this gentleman, this gentleman are the same, but I don't see that because this gentleman's come and put his hand in the middle here. So someone notices the little things all the time, and maybe both gentlemen notice the little things, which is how he can follow her and how he cares about her. And then someone says she talks too much. So maybe she talks too much about a new person or an old person or about anything in general. One of them wants her to be quiet. And one of them wakes up at night a lot and can't sleep. So maybe this one is worrying about her, or maybe they're both worrying about her in just different directions. I think she, for the most part, probably sleeps pretty good through the night because I didn't get anything else about that. She wants to know where love is. So maybe she doesn't see him as loving her. Maybe they're not in communication. Maybe they're not in communication, but she doesn't see the situation as love. And again, if she doesn't know anyone else is there, maybe she's looking for love. Maybe she's just wondering if people really have love. I'm not 100% sure. It may just be, where's the love for me? Then I got, when she falls in love, that's it. This is good. This will be the last time. I think she's been hurt enough that if she opens her heart up one more time, and maybe that's where I got you got one shot, or the man has one shot. Maybe that's why he's nervous. Maybe he knows that if she falls in love one more time, that's it. It's forever or nothing. It's all or nothing. And that's if it's really, love. Because if it's not, she's out. That's what I got. If it's not really love, she's out of there. Sorry, I'm reading my own writing. Let you see that real quick on my scribbling. So if it's not real love, she's out of there. She's not going to deal with this. She's done. She's not giving anyone her heart unless it's safe. She's done with the fighting. She's tired. She's just exhausted. She's not going to chase down a dream. She'd rather be with herself and be by herself than be with anyone. And you can kind of see her here. If you pull that camera out, you see her here with everybody else just sitting in her energy and her hair. And she's kind of right here and all this hair around her. And it's also people. There's people in it yelling, angry. There's people kind of keeping other people away from her. It's almost like she's got dogs on each side, which are really people not letting anyone near her. And maybe that's another problem for him. Maybe he can't get close to her. And I didn't get that anyone was married or not married, so I don't know if, again, this is your story, you'll know. This gentleman is definitely, though, involved with another woman that's not present all the time because she calls him when she wants to come in. But again, it's almost like she's maliciously, she seems angry at him. She doesn't seem happy with him. She's insecure. And then she's complacent here. And he's angry. His whole heart is angry there. You can kind of see that. And she seems to be a burden to him. Maybe it's her or maybe it's him that's the burden, but something is bothering his feminine side. But she's sitting right on top of it. So again, I go back to if it's not safe, she doesn't want it. She'd rather be by herself the rest of her life than be with the wrong person. She values her peace. And I don't think she's resentful. I think at one point maybe she was. But I think, because this is one of the last ones I drew before I came back here and then went back up here. I think she's kind of gotten to a place of peace. And she's looking in his direction, but maybe she's unsure. Maybe she's nervous about it. Maybe she's just not sure what to think. It's been through a lot, is what it looks like. And it doesn't seem like it's completely over. I got chasing down a dream. Only has her voice. Loves her voice. So one of them can hear her somehow. I don't know if, and it could be this one, it could be this one. I'm not exactly sure how they hear her. Maybe she's online. Maybe her place is tapped. Maybe one of them, maybe he's got her tapped. Maybe he does. Who knows? Either way, she's nervous about something. Maybe she's nervous to give her heart away to somebody new because maybe she's scared. But I got a miracle and a voice. He only has her voice. It's a miracle voice. And then something about music. Maybe she's getting messages through music or he is. But there's something about music that's significant. And I was drawing these two here when I got that message. Something feels brand new. Something feels extremely brand new. I also got one's not going to leave. One's not going to leave. Can't have both. You can't have both. And then I got I can't read my own writing here. You can see how fast I'm scribbling. I draw better than I write. Somebody just was very controlling. Extremely controlling. I also got, again, she would pick herself and God before she'll get in the wrong thing again. So, and I'm saying all this about her, and here's my female cat coming up, wanting love from me. So that also tells me she does want to be loved. She does want to be with somebody. Maybe that's a thing. Maybe, you know, these two know each other, and he's saying she doesn't want to be with anybody. That's why he goes to the third party. Maybe somebody else has told him that. Maybe he's been told that also. You can see this woman here in his ear. He's not looking at her. He's not paying any attention to her. But you see how she's got her hand holding someone back, and she's holding on to him. So whoever this woman is, there's a woman. Now, I don't see her here. I mean, I can see if I see anything. I don't see a lot over there. So maybe when she was looking at him and he was holding on to her, this woman was holding on to him and holding him back from this woman. So maybe he did at one time have a third party attachment. I don't see it here, but I did down here. And he looks intensely focused on her. In his feminine side, it looks happy and loving. And in the masculine side, it looks angry and ready to go to war. But this feminine here is definitely holding on to him in some way. And maybe she can feel all that. And she's kind of like, look, I'm going to choose myself and God, and I'm going to stay focused in that direction because I don't know what's real and what's not, because there's so much happening everywhere. And maybe neither one of them has been honest with her or come forward. Again, I've got my female cat just sitting here now watching the drawing and paying attention to every little thing I say. And she's about to smack my pencil, I think. So I got pardon me, darling. So I don't know if somebody's from Texas. I don't know if somebody is Southern. But I got pardon me, darling. And then I got she'll choose what brings her peace. She'll choose what brings her peace. She's been through enough. And I just said that too. She's been through enough, and I've gotten that. She's pawing at my pencil now, my kitten is. So I also got king, boy, and beast. And then I heard beastie. It sounded like from that movie Maleficent, maybe beastie. Maybe one of these two or both of them call her a beast or beastie to be funny. I'm not sure. Either way, I did get that. One of the songs I got was one of the main songs that I heard right at the very end after I had said that and written that, that she wants what brings her peace. I got Up Where We Belong. I think that's, it's an old song. It's called Up Where We Belong. I know Joe Cocker sings it. And Jennifer, someone, I can't think of her last name. Jennifer, I think it starts with a W. And Joe Cocker, but it's Up Where We Belong. That song may be significant to one of these two men, or it may be significant to her. But that is definitely something to, consider and to look at. The other song that kind of popped into my head, I heard A Bit in Peace from Broken Crown from Mumford & Sons, but I didn't hear a whole lot. But that's when I was getting king, boy, beastie. And then I also was picking up on For Those Below by Mumford & Sons. So I don't know if maybe these two both have Irish blood in them or something. But, and when I was getting peace, I got the same thing I got the other day, or a couple days ago, I should say, about the Dragon Sanctuary. So right now, as far as my animals go, Spider's been killed, so maybe he's nipped this in the bud, or he nipped this in the bud. I'm not sure which one is the spider that was the problem, but I definitely squished that spider. There's no more spider issues. My female right now wants to play. Maybe she's ready to play. Maybe she's ready to have some fun and enjoy life a little bit and be free from this entanglement and free from the fighting and free from the chaos and the hysteria of someone that pretends to want her but doesn't really, or just wants to keep her in a box and she doesn't want to be in the box. Maybe they don't give her any attention. They just hold on to her because you see he looks in other directions. My male cat right now is staring out the window, just standing in the, well, sitting, I should say, on the back of the couch and staring out the window. Won't look at the female, won't look at me, won't look at this male, won't look at anything, just staring out the window. And the female is just calm and chill and enjoying herself, and every once in a while she reaches up and smacks my pencil. The dog is curled up asleep, but he has one eye on the cats and one eye on me. So maybe this is the loyal one that is just waiting and watching for the right moment, watching to keep the peace. I'm not quite sure, and I don't even know if she realizes he's keeping an eye on things, or if she's just not sure because he's not around. Because you see, he's always in the background. He's always back here looking. And even when she looks at him or towards him, he's not really looking at her. He's looking at a larger situation, it seems. And even if he is looking at her, I don't know if he sees her looking at him, if that makes sense. Just because of the way he looks at her here. No, right here they are looking at each other. So maybe at one point they were looking at each other, but he had a third party to deal with. That could very well be a possibility, which might be why she's not sure what to think, because maybe she did or didn't know about it. Maybe she felt a third party. Again, that's speculation. So Up Where We Belong by Joe Cocker. Again, some Mumford & Sons. And then, yeah, I think that's it. I apologize. My video, somebody doesn't want anyone to see. Maybe he doesn't want anyone to see him. Maybe he doesn't want anyone to see what he's done. And maybe she just doesn't want to be seen because she's exhausted and needs peace. And whoever brings her the most peace is where she's going to go and who she's going to be with. But you can even see here, his mouth is open and he is just angry and yelling and unhappy, and he's looking down at her when he's yelling here. So there's just a lot going on here. There's a whole lot. I haven't zoomed in and out a whole lot, so I may see more as I post this. Usually when I watch it being drawn, I see even more. And again, I apologize. The video didn't go on, and I didn't realize it wasn't going the whole time. I should have checked it. It's my fault. Oh, maybe he should have checked up on her, and too much time has gone by and he feels like it's his fault. Or maybe he feels that way, that too much time has gone by and he kept her in this box, but he never checked up on her or knew what was really going on with her. Either way, somebody should have checked it, because something that should have been wasn't, because nobody was paying attention to the right things. I'm still going to put the video out. I'm still going to put the drawing out. So there's still a chance for her to have everything she wants. But maybe not in the manner that she wanted it. Oh, that's interesting. Could be wrong about that, but some correlation. I do that spider was huge. It kind of looked like a brown recluse. I don't think that's what it was, though. It was a little bit more black and dark. I would have to look that one up, but again, it looks like the web that was weaved is killed, and I apologize one last time for not getting that drawing done. I was kind of excited to look at that one because it felt like a lot of chaos in here. And I kind of wanted to re-watch it when I uploaded it. But this will be short today, guys. I hope you enjoy this, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you.